Hello everyone, my name is Sean. This is the Cougar Eliminator Den, and today my dad and I are taking a fun road trip from San Diego up to LA and north of LA to Lancaster, California. We're getting a couple engines built, and I'm hoping to take you guys along. I'll do as much filming as I can, hopefully take some photos. Pretty exciting getting an engine built for my 67 GT Cougar to 390 GT engine, and my dad's currently having a 428 supercargo jet built for his 70 Mach 1 by a guy in LA. So pretty excited. Car's moving along, and I will check with you guys a little later.
You're not going to be able to leave a stop sign without jerking all over trying to get it to go. It's either you're supposed to dump the clutch and go, full throttle and dump the clutch and go with this camshaft. Was for drag racing or.
Oh, I thought it was a. Okay, I thought it was a super stock track cam.
Yeah, all they do is run full throttle.
Oh. All right, grab those.
Well, it's the most aggressive cam you could buy from Ford for 428 back in
that was
day.
there, yeah.
Yeah, this is it.
That's the most aggressive cam.
Was there two cams there or one?
There's two. You got the.
So this is the stock. This is the NOS standard 428 cam, right?
This is the Cougar Jet and 390 GT camshaft.
Okay.
And this is the super stock camshaft.
I didn't know we had this one.
Why can't we just use that one then?
Oh, we can.
Without. Well, fine, just use that cam.
It's gonna be pretty smooth.
This is just an OEM standard 428 cam.
That's fine. It's American made.
But so what are those pistons cut for then? Are they cut for
They'll
that?
work with this, no problem.
Okay.
This is a stock replacement forged piston for a 428 Cougar Jet.
Okay.
Coating on the side to make them last longer, and that's the way Ford made them. So anything stock Ford camshaft will work.
Okay.
All right. Well, that solves that problem.
So we're just gonna run this cam then?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess I'll put this one in my Cougar then. Kidding.
Been replaced, but they're all broken up here. And then the exhaust valves. Intake valve.
So now that you have the springs, retainers, and the seals.
I'll get valve seals.
Yeah, because the ones that I got, I
What?
took to the other machine. She just said we're not putting those in. The ones from Crowler, they didn't like. They weren't Crowlers though. They were some aftermarket.
With that big camshaft, a lot of times you have to cut these valve guides down shorter because when the valve opens and the retainer comes down, it hits right here.
Smashing.
And it says right in the Ford book, you have to cut these down for that camshaft to fit in these heads.
Oh, that gets too complicated.
And it makes it get shorter, and it makes the valve wobble. It's not really good for street use.
Oh geez. Is that a 302?
302, different heads.
Supercharged.
Vortex supercharger, bigger camshaft. These are drag race on the car.
Has this been stroked, or is it still 302?
That's still 302.
Oh, okay. And is this a 4.6? Or is this a 3?
This is a 351 Windsor.
Oh.
Stroked out to 373. 351 Windsor out to 373.
Well, and you got a supercharger on here too, huh?
Supercharger.
Jeez.
Oh, you unwrapped them?
I wanted to see them because they put new valves in too. So they're surfaced, they're cleaned. Yeah, they cleaned all the interiors. I didn't want them to paint them, but they did. And these are date coded matched.
I learned
This is all.
439. I smashed my fingers. I had big old muscles and shit like that before cancer, and I had no idea how heavy that sucker was. I learned real quick though. Real quick.
You got a sandblaster?
No, I'm gonna buy one because that's why I just seen the stuff I get blasted.
Oh.
What else we got? Hey, hello everyone. It's a Tuesday evening. It's May 30th. I just wanted to film a quick update what's going on. So last Friday, my dad and I drove up to LA to San Dimas to a guy's house. My dad's engine builder for his 428 Super Cobra jet for his Mach 1. He's had the engine for a little while, and my dad's been sending him parts, driving up there, whatever, bringing him parts, and it's coming together. His name's Bob. I have some footage of Bob's shop. Really nice shop. The guy's a old-time drag racer. Been racing cars since like the 70s. He has a 69 Mach 1, which I think I have some footage of that he's had since 1970. Anyway, he's a really meticulous engine builder, extremely organized, very clean. So he's building my dad's engine. Hopefully I'll put some photos up of my dad's car. It's currently in Phoenix at Mark Bedney's shop. Desert, I think East Desert Auto Restoration, something like that. Mark does really good work, so I'll put some photos up. The car's come together, just got painted like last month, so it's looking really good. And so yeah, I went from Bob's shop in San Dimas in North LA to Lancaster, California, where we met John, who is another old-time engine builder, Ford guy. He's building the 390 out of my Cougar GT right here. He's actually using a block that he supplied. It's a 67 390 block, because the block out of this car has some issues. It needed to go 40 over, and we just figured we'd just get a different block. Even though the block is probably savable, we have it machined. I have it sitting over there. I'll show you guys in a minute. But yeah, that block's just gonna go on the shelf. I'm just gonna hold on to it. We're buying a 390 of John. I believe he went 20 over on that block. Currently, it's at his house. He's building it. It's got crank and pistons in it as of last Friday, but he moves really fast. So he said it might be done in a week. So maybe by this weekend. I don't know when we're going to go back up there to get it. My dad will probably go by himself because I work during the week. But anyway, it's coming along, moving quickly on that. And what else? Mike, shout out to Mike Brown. We saw Mike when we were up there. Actually, Mike was at John's house. Mike is the one who told my dad and I about John. So good recommendation. It's funny, we were up there, checking out what John has, his shop and stuff, and then Mike shows up. He's buying a car or something, a Camaro off John. So it's kind of funny, little coincidence. But anyway, saw Mike, kind of shoot the shit for a little while. Ended up going across the way to another guy's house, Sergio. I don't know if Sergio, if you're watching this, shout out to you. He had a cool shop. He was building a couple Mopars. He had a 71 Charger that was looking pretty good, doing some rust repair on it and stuff, and cool little yard of cars, including a 70 Cougar that he's got back there. And yeah, Sergio is a super cool guy. After that, we kind of just headed home. It was a long day, probably like a 12-hour turnaround. We left San Diego probably around 5:30 in the morning, so long day. Got home like 5 o'clock, but yeah, I got a lot done. And I guess I'll give you a quick update what's going on here. Currently, the rear end housing for the GT Cougar is at the powder coater. I'm getting a powder coated satin black, as well as the rear end housing for this car is also getting powder coated black, satin black. Wasn't initially going to do a powder coated rear end for the GT because I just didn't want to put more money into it. I'm trying to keep it more of a reasonable budget build, but I just figured we're doing a bunch of other stuff at once, so might as well get it done. I think a couple days ago, I was out here last week cleaning up the wiring harness, engine compartment wiring harness for the GT. It's cleaning up pretty good, not doing anything crazy, just cleaning it. It might need a couple repairs here and there, but I'm going to finish work on that a little bit later. Here's the housing for the rear end, the 9-inch, out of the GT, the original housing. I'm trying to get the rear end built for it, so that's that. Got it painted. I stripped it, painted it. It's currently in primer right now. I have to do red oxide on it. This car came with 3.0 gears and an open rear end, so it's not the best for performance, I guess. It's probably a good rear end for driving around, but I'm trying to decide what I'm gonna do. It's pretty easy to swap rear end, you know, at any time. So I might just put it in and just get it on the road, and, you know, down the line maybe put a traction lock or something in it, or equal lock, I guess, 325s or something. I don't know. Anyway, got a couple new parts here. Here's the engine block out of the GT, the original 390. I know it's got covered, kind of surrounded by stuff, but this is the block that's boarded 40 over. This was just going on the shelf. And I got a couple other things here. To be honest, my dad just dropped off a bunch of stuff like today, so I don't really know. I know this is 428. This is for the Eliminator. That I don't even know. That's a couple flywheels. That's probably for the GT and the Eliminator both. Here's the block for the Eliminator 428 block. This is a 9B block, so it's a good date for the Eliminator. Got a crank up there. To be honest, I haven't even looked at this stuff. Here's a Super Cobra Jet crank sitting here. Engine spacer plate. He just dropped off a ton of stuff, so haven't even gone through it. This might be GT stuff here. Super Cobra Jet rods. Water pump off something. A couple sets of exhaust manifolds. GT and 428 manifolds. Bell housing off the 428 car. So yeah, just a lot of stuff. I'm about to organize all this. To be honest, I don't even know where I'm gonna put this stuff because my shelf over here, I have them organized by car. The top two are Eliminator, and the other, you know, bottom 2 or 3 are GT. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with all this stuff, but we'll figure it out.